sɛ also Western North Regional Capital and a Ghana mampagini about regions newly created regions na yen and anado a cast will be created region amae ampani ampani ni ampa o create owie no and a Bernard and Pibosiako Bema bounces debi so we be a dear men so mama television and also amae television if you say make up him say no bono ede money and transfer PSC and commerce senior man and next to the general manager na ebi enka otwino kunyansa bo akwa MCR nti ena ba bia mu bia no mbebo hwen technician on duty DJ Richie P sanso na producer no Ohema Salamidi ediba enenso ye be ya fam de kakra ede amammo yemfa encha sonko enkoma eniaba oba papa route 1 route ba ko pe o data no obaba anwumrei mechia opa na machia Western North MPP wura Western North ono na MPP amanyuko no ne dia wo maka nyina nkwala amu edidi ho hwan asem na mekan enye obi bia se Mr. William Benjamin Iswa dodo na no efe no Bodi Broni the science and data chairman the grassroots chairman the action chairman ono no oba den gofu bi mo sisi ye de ya nyina papa yi ebese no William Benjamin Iswa Bodi Broni the science and data chairman ewie enumrei ya chao papa ilimse entebia regional obeba be fawade en wan kuma mekase entebia campaign wasem en American wabai obetoto nema kuma eti Mr. William Benjamin Iswa Bodi Bruni the science and data chairman ewie bebia obia machao de amenchia chief of staff enye obi bia se na patapahne auti patapahne a ompe patapane nso se obesisi ro pa de la enye yi auche of auche phones woso enwumrei mechao pa twede amponyankopon onka ho na nanom so entretron Mr. Kenneth Ejako o so clean extra classes that there so eho na also obutu obagini enwumrei se wo hwe anasa wo tienka ye chiao paune ebushafon enyina Mr. Solomon Nkroma dodo na efe lion fashions we ene Obapa Doris we nurse e debi so koko clinic sisi de na mse wo sum nyame yenti ye frɛ Pastor Lion di Pastor Lion lion of lion fashion me chiao pa Mr. Augustine Forson so else reproso obayini also enanyumne ye chao pa ayimie oya de pa se twedi amponyame se onka ho na omo ho ban enyumfu atamfo nsem wonsa onsa no nyina Mr. Augustine Forson Mr. Swala Osman so dodo na efre malam also o sehri bonzai ho na o panyini also ne abusuari nyina wassalamu alaikum ne enyumre ye se Allah se onhia o kira ubekọ akoye eye juma okwa na wakayi na so ewo empire boom Obapa Ernestina Ofori as a also constituency women organizer still maintain no shaking in tete edman de one of say fatawo into one was a delegate no e maintain wo Obapa Ernestina Ofori say also constituency women organizer me chao pa Peter Chika can do do Chika and adodo na efro we electoral area coordinator at the Madisha I was a Buako you also MPP amanyuko no and electoral area coordinator sina we wo edin and may do Chika na adodo na at the fronenso wow for efro Peter Chika and then also me pa Prophet Kofi Apia aka Pasho oh here cause my manso here cause ebremu opanyini onso so ya chao pa ne manso here cause fu nyina edi Prophet Kofi Apia adodo na no efro Pasho onso enne anwumrei me chao pa yenya obidiaba eloto agent ewo dunkwa onofe ene ne mpatem obidiaba anwumrei baby a obia no ya chao ene aya wadai edie imi se moda so ne ha fu nyina monso mo hento obidiaba also owo moda so owo dunkwa onofe ho na wo ye wadwuma obi di abanne anwumre ya chia pa ya chia awie die edwumadie no ebe hyehyɛ so sanze ene aye ya wada atiefo ne hafo aye ready a omo etie ene so empanimfo mienu na ajoin yen yenia eye papa kumase ene yenia eye ofazak na madwuma kwaba
meje so
na pom design
radiano body na dom ye hu ye
yes school mboko de
radiado
da twedi amponya me ase sa mo twa mo professional development allowance no
asema obisa de sisi amintimi nka se ye twen anase ye ntwen because omo dada yen last month e ma ne ba validation no and so at the end of the day o mantua until this man there say ebetomu afan ya betomu nso there na afan say because we mu there there's no need to trust them on anything.
Oh, so 18th and then so 11th until probably like just 7 days
no deeper or say 18th obia adena ba validation wa validate wa we actually said this month say and adebema we no mpono na ye within some few days ye validation we are within 3-4 days no na omo tuaka omo ye validation we yenim say oh within 2-3 days no dey omo tua na we are can say 18th na ye mbesi December mumpo na ye beji adi we mu dey betomu ana ya fanisa betomu na ye be cause strike and say demonstration na ya ye
didi boya no e de ni a obeba mo di ne kama papa kuma se me madwuma akwa ba pom
ya wini aba
abom design
oh abo ade adum ye ho ye
ere me ase teja mo ba mo krase mo ba nti mo nkrofo ehu se mo ba abedru nti ne ye di dwumadie no ebe hyehye so mpanifo mienu ene atiefo ne hafo ye ne won eba abedi dwumai na ye koye ne anim dwumane so de ibedi kama ama obi biara ani aidai agi na de be hyase ene na ye ko ye nanim no mehase free eye ofazaki ho sanse watrase ache de di bedi kan no MPP amanyuku no de otu franka ema party no ewo mfie 2024 general elections no enye obi biara se his excellency eye Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia same say jata the science and data man and what they kase bia asembia betu dwa se de eposo ewo pandai no ye hwe ni ma bi eye na ya hwe yi a ebetimi de yuni bi asi yenkoti asem cropotin a ye former vice president flag bearer edema MPP amanyuko 2024 elections no na yemfa dwumadi no entraso MC abacho obama video no na yentwa dwumadi no enso yenkoti his excellency the former vice president Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia asema waka na yemfa dwumadi no entraso MC abacho over to you Adaroma answer na video no ebeba na yekwere mu yebo video no ewia pandai parliamentary resolution no yerebema atifo na mahunu na yenyina de akọ adwendwim na yehun de ebede susan ede bode ho no ebekọ akofa MC Ambacho video no I ready or the bema say video no ready
say the least
okay
very disappointed
His Excellency the former vice
in
president
what is going on in our country. It looks like say the least very disappointed in what is going on in our country. It looks like our institutions of democracy and our tenets of democracy are being undermined. The issue of Pandai with Matthew Nyindam is not issues with question in a sense, and basically you've had the House allow the court and the legal processes to take place and be exhausted before state institutions are stampeded into acting in ways that undermine democracy. Matthew Nyindam should be given his day in court. He has filed appeal processes at the High Court. He has filed for a judicial review at the Supreme Court, and none of those cases has been adjudicated. So why the rush? Why the indecent haste? I think that he's being railroaded. I think that this undermines our institutions of democracy. I think that we should take a halt to these processes and allow him to have his day in court, just as others have done in the past. The House has never really rushed in this way when it came to the other cases. What is the difference with the case of Matthew Nyindam? I think it should not be this case. I think we should uphold the tenets of democracy. Democracy is something precious that we've all had and we've all subscribed to. When you start undermining its pillars, you break it down, and the consequences for the nation are very severe. And so simply because you have power, you shouldn't feel that you can ride roughshod over your opponents and over the principles of democracy. And so I stand with the principles that are being espoused by the minority in Parliament, and they are doing a good job at it, and we want to support all the principles that they are fighting over in this particular case. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The former Vice President, Alhaji Dr. Mahmudu Bawumia, and our Kasanenko, Nayenko Akaisum Kakra, Yenkonko share your true abano in NPP candidate no say, and a Unyaye, and a NDC candidate no say, no so Inyaye. Mamo Tie television or the better so, na radio for no menka and mamma. Matthew Aye in Dam out Jama NPP Amanyukuno. Enya 27,647, representing 53.31%. Sansuna Daniel Nasala, also Ejinama NDC Amanyukuno, Enya 24,213, representing 46.69%. And we and the Aquakoye diarrhea, Mino Ekase, Judge, no, essay, young Concoto Abano, Efufro. The ordinary same court no senka out of 151 polling stations no the other court was asema ba 44 then so in the wisdom of the judge no odo na esua emra was say ni nyina yenye dey yentwam ebi say are we not setting a bad precedent for ourselves and for that matter our democracy of Azak into Azak e kasana no there will be any no and that's one for example enko
yo me da se the dekan michia MPP delegates nyina ewo Sepi also constituency na mafa kwan so achia Sikawura of Sikawura photos me ko assembly yi so no in fact the ekwo so no enye wan because NDC for no fear and panic and I come home. Enti na omo ye de omo ye no because omo hu say eye den ya so omo hwe year 2028 omo lusu enti fear and panic and I come omo a state institutions are anka wo say ye adwuma yie na ye democracy no etimi agina no a omo ye undermine omo no in fact the former vice president Ekano Osha this is not the first time NDC for the omoye and I say easy no Russia omoye the omoye no Osha Ablekuma North by election eko so hona out of 37 polling stations now what problem no in fact omode call collation center na e was say out of 37 no na 34 both MPP na NDC na no na omaje atum say 34 polling stations ne there omo validate here or obia sign here na aka just about 3 polling stations mpe and so easy omo be wi ase no 3 polling stations ebi anka omeka say anka yenkoto aba hono no omotimi anale 19 polling stations eka say yensa ankoto aba ho ade ana MPP lead yenim say ya wini saa city na wie no yekoto saa 19 polling stations na wie no na NDC ni na o wini the same thing na omo aye na ha say nipa na odi akọ court ne say 44 polling stations there were problem na saa 44 polling stations our problem no anka electoral court no hwe na onka ho asem emma no na saa 44 polling stations po voter na ye in contention na ye 500 votes anka court no kan say ye mfa saa 500 votes ni na emma NDC ni nukura anka ya dia obede obewini because na MPP national by say 3,000 plus votes enso ankoba ne saa na de ekoso o man mu no obia ehwe anka oma na omo kasa tia the ills in society no anka wo se omo sore ekasa tia basisi ano omo ntimi sore nkasa ntia because ya form platform na ma omo ye kan kire omo se wo be kasa kase CEO sa ewo oman mu na anka omo be kasa tia sa anima na ekoso no omo ntimi nkasa ntia. Now there is one thing, democracy no. The whole world over. Yejia to say democracy is the best form of governance. E was say obia ejia tum Ghana ye practices our democracy no. And the NDC aba omo fi say IGP omo the IGP aba omo sesa friend say Chief Justice the foforo aba omo pese omo sesa EC na omo de foforo enso ayeden aba me say so omo pe omo sisa obia o man mu na omo fa I say don ketia embeye EC chair 2028 elections they will lose 2028 elections because Ghana for na ye to aba enti ye sorry na I say NDC for de omo ye no enso ye ni ye to aba ayi mu afri aban mu a ye be to aba yi NDC asinchen hwe omo greatest fear na omo esuo na omo yes anima ni na no ebeba sonso o hwe anka a place like court anka Ghana nyina no o hwe parliament and the executive arm of government na purely political inti anka babia you hope ewo pa anase amanfo leader so ewo as Ghanaians no the court system hold enye political obia yemfa politics enwura friend is saying court and I say judges mu but NDC amre ye who say the NC that since independence yes sir Chief Justice dano omo say omo person omo say Chief Justice na omo so appoint Chief Justice say oba be ye adwuma ma omo so be ye adwuma ma oman mu ni na o yentimi nkyere enti say sa institutions we ya na Ghanaians and I say Ghana ni bia so or the fa police for na enye na the akọ ha say enye ya onim say court wo ho or the nasem echo court dia and the onim say justice will prevail say eba ne say sa anyema we nyina ye gidie wo mu biomu a our democracy is going, we are going back to those days, those dark days. NDC nema omoye sise ano ebesa de akọ no na easy de omoye no enye wanwa because omo suro say so oman ye de SSL omoye anase NDC etisu omo pese omoye na ye be yi omadi but me pese omo hu say obi ti say dampare die na wan ye beto aba o kasa ti say sebio ono na oye omampanyi o oman mu ye to aba wie die na sa IGP oye nyina o oye bu a NDC for no omo yini sinchen because na omo fi say NPP na den appointing no nti omo so yini free ho omo yini free ni position so de nipa foforo ebae nti EC chair e was say who say you have to be bold and do justice or stand firm. Now we hear the SSL we hear the mrano ma kwan say yeah. Na say woman NDC the pressure ebe si so. Now we say e was say o protect your job who say dan pare kra no de o ye ma NDC fo nyina no omo yini free the position no so. Hwe the friend is saying OSP oye nyina enya no na omo draft bill say omo ye den omo yina free mu any position so no omo
president Mahama I direct say MPC me no sa asem no munya akirede for information
share no it is just for the cameras lip service na omo ye the omo ye ni na hwe o say omo pese parliament omo ya overwhelming majority omo ye nyina say na omo ye satisfied the entire omoye sa ne say His Excellency the current president o person o third term o person o we mu say onu ankasa aba be ka say enye ade obe den obekọ for a third term but me catch you say dia or plan onu ankasa no so oba be ka sa na obia ayi na dwen afri so say oh mahama na ankasa kura say onye den onko third term obehu na omacho omu ho aba say ye na ye NDC for ye pesa wo third term na oba be ka say oh party members mpo na ye say me ye den omo force me say me nko third term Ghana for saa nyema nya ye hu hwe Nana Akufo-Addo His Excellency nyema oye nyina upon free SHS or the buy agenda 111 na wo bobo bi so crisis here say nyema His Excellency the President Nana Akufo-Addo or the buy COVID-19 the whole world over now you can't obi a ultimate manage COVID-19 pa na okahubi ye kan president miensa na okahubi we yina akra no Ghana for nka say onko for a third term na wa ba na o promise say o the 24-hour economy aba want me anye teacher for ye katua want me amfa ma teacher colleges of education teacher for more strike sika na by dada no etuama mu nyina want me amfa ma wo hwe friend is saying free SHS intervention allowance na I was say ye dey ma teacher for 1 year we mu nyina want me aye nso wo pe third term akọ enti o pe say o frustrate the system now frustrate system no we are now can share nkro for say who say ye dey call by election bia under my tenure no ye win into me call election bi mu a for a third time about all means me win no mama no kwan say onko hwe His Excellency the genius former vice president the na oye nyina hwe adwen a na wo eto ba bia na emra na ye din ema economy no odi adwen ba say yankof gold for oil sa adwen we nyina odi baaye no ebua oman no yekoto aba ema ne hu say dabi say the abato no ekoso no MPP na ateso enso me hwe say the elections ekoya enya dia me woni sa elections we ope asunwenti ope oman no enkoso nti oka oba out na MPP na wo pa o enso vice president na odina MPP anamu no by say pese ye be nipa ba kokora be dey ebewu because of elections nti na ono as a data man no wa hwe data no ahu say de ekono enye ade a ono be win elections ope omamu na sunwe nti o say I am conceding defeat electoral commission na mo nyam ye announcement bia na ope omamu no sunwe nti no o kan say wa concede defeat efre His Excellency the current president John Dramani Mahama concede defeat can say he is congratulating him because share data na won say easy here near there and here announcement and so on pebasa basa ye wo maimunu enti wa concede defeat we nyina no easy na anka mo djuma be ye dindinde because of the na akoso no but share the His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eyeye omaimuni nyina beda din e pesa e kan che NDC for say and His Excellency the current president John Dramani Mahama say you hand over power to him peacefully na omaimuni nyina na asundwe e wo ho de omoye no MPP ye da ye be fa mra kwan so because ye da ye temrase ye be fa mra kwan so for now now follow the due process. Now say due process no and call through the next line of action no. Obia behu die ebesi. Now your parliamentarians our parliament no so no. Say NDC 4 pair omonko by election. Now mbeka 5 kra no. We will be able to stand this current parliament was no. The equals of parliament no. Your parliamentarians no. Say mbeka 5 kra na ebeye to say 200 na NDC 4 and I 76 no
Fazak mame and now as a Fazak Nenka on the first submission. No, His Excellency the former Vice President can be the actual easy for say almost prepare almost or more air coin. Now we are by ye. It will be say majority of the crown put jina parliament can be say ba say 30 and some be crown parliament for obayini says MP would di unkwa would din online unjunko group and the here we ni here home Pamaska somewhere via former Vice President Ken say electoral commission for almost promo air coin. The question is are they in a rush na obina say
yo mini aba mamemfa asedama ne ekwanya odi amaye no na da bia mekai ba betena afidi so a eye mpanimfo bi ma da roma enti na yetia enti say recognize ye mpanimfo a amotumi amaye ba fia ne Billionaires ahwefo eba bedi nkomo enti ba menchia me regional communications director Ira Adoyahari babi obi ayame enhira no da menchia chairman munyina chairman Benjamin William Eswa papa bi obi a Christ asumje enka menim say o region nim da wonsa no adwuma no e oba bi enti oba ya na yate oka chairman menim say o hwe me dendenden ya menhira na okoden a wafa to ho so no ya mema o yekoduro hom na konkosi awie na nkunimdie so de abama awie ba bia no mai kan ko die nkunimdie de anya ba awie
former Vice President they say AC4 Russia yan ko so da roma
ba je ko so ba men chare boss enti me da say ye ko so dia mini aba me kai yewura former President of America Barack Obama obagana ha obeka asembi o say o man bia pese etumpon o man bia pese eye bia no e wo say institutions a e wo sa o man mu eden eye adwuma and me hu ni say o baga na obeka sa asem no onim di ohuye etinema o make sa categorical statement no na sisi a Ghana ha eden na yehu akwa say almost every institution in Ghana at the moment no esuro abaina eteso no and they are all doing the bidding of the current government. I don't think America sir ya kwa to aba and per the records are meme wono any data meme wono out of 151 polling stations are yet true you know and the NDC parliamentary candidate no raise contention say 41 polling stations there abana ye collations na dia do hu inconsistencies na irregularities where they enti onyintu enti ye declare ye nuapani nyindam as the member of parliament for the good people of Pandai. Na yeni NDC ni antene ho ase e no tabiri asemi e no de ko pie court. 41 polling stations na ofi say nke kaya den e wo ho no de ko
44.
Is it 44? Okay, 44. What de ko court. Say court ye den enhwe na asem na den onka bi ma no. In fact, ya atwe asem ya atwe na say de ko ya na say court no ahye say polling station 44 nimpo na ode baya na yen no ho asem na be den obeka na ebom no yen konkoto constituency ni na ba na den foforo na habra ma sa really no so no e say electoral commission so eden ebam and the clerk of parliament for me electoral commission na we hear the alacrity the haste is in so edi ababa announce so even date eri kwakoto abana na ehwe aso kakra eti we Ghana ni a na obi sa ho say adentia na me asemo ya sinu me anya me wanwa adentia anya me wanwa na nsi ya na yete say Ghana fo bi a petition o mampani say ye pese ye yi eden edifio ene ni 2 deputies we eden e kan ho ye yi o mu nyina eden edifio eti me Papa Kumasi no, I'm of the conviction say, yes, any person or ya dear, a man so NDC ni any yewura omampani President John Mahama said ye beya sa petition na ye de akwa na omampani be den e be wa to awura bi na wa maintain electoral commissioner and the 2 deputies no it na my electoral commissioner den o yes sir ye share ye former president yewura Bawumia e wo TV this year. This is not the first time yenya ebi a constituency bi anase MPB say ne ho aba asem say obi empty ne kunimdie na den ase yeni adana bodapi ebi ato ne da jachi question ebi ato ne da enti obi aga na ni bia bebisa no say ade enti na panda de nko ade enten no ya pese e den ya tu aba no when you say isi no e pese one aba na den e ko na den e kra na e ba ja say make an hoti ase isi pese one aba na den e ko na kra na because on say court no aye na fam de aso aban na ni ananti na make sa court no hu say o kase yen konkoto sa 44 police station na NDC ne ba o kase yen konkoto eno kwa hofra still honorable Martin yinda ba den obenwe ni ene court system so there na aba yenhwe court system ne there na aba almost all the judges no almost all our judges no I hear the bidding of the NDC. I didn't hear. As I say, Chief Justice on no and say, no, NDC for influence now, and I'm not on my day. I Chief Justice. It's the Chief Justice, but actually, what judge say, Cocono, I don't want to say already. Oh, yeah. And I'm not caught no, it could be a some sir. Now we're better electoral commission, so any man. You say, NPP, the minority, no, any honorable Matthew Yindam, I file it for appeal. Some day, every court about take decision. It's not because parliament, a change kakra. Now you see, a change kakra. Now you take the court on the back cancer. Because so, I proceed, say, and conquer about Friday. What so? Now, so, and say, electoral commission, you know, I say, or yet, NDC 4% better or better than a Korea Suntino. And I'm out to say, and I'm more ready. What to know? Now, we the MPP, we the minority, no, we have stated categorically, say, we will do all things to resist this attempt, say, person, you be a democracy, a communal. In fact, democracy, no, you see it here, you see democracy, it's here, say, Ghana, under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, you see democracy, no, you see it here, say. Because me a layman, but to the best of my knowledge, you know, say yeah, there are some echo court, and I said some court be a said eketwa. Na say obi ko file appeal a e say wo twen na utie the appeals court no so be dey ebeka. Asa wa na wo be dey what to say na mo no. As we dey clerk no issue a directive na electoral commission so dey asom say e kwakọ dey kwakọ to aba na dey e dey afiwo na me dey make kire Ghana for na NDC for so dey atie no ma hye no so ne say ade bi e be ya no bia no we are setting a precedent enya me wanwa say abai bi so beba no ade NDC for eja ne no abai bi so be dey e be ya bi na basa na oman na ye kekere no ye koya na say ye bai oman na ye kekere no ye koya na say ye bai oh na me de bia meka e de ani biri boni kra mponi e de ani biri boni mponi say NDC is on record to have overwhelming majority numbers here more parliament me hu ade amoka se moya moye de muntumi nye na ye de kitwe ekita ye nso no wo pese mu chinchin ye nsa e de ye fa kwan bia so ye de esan agigi ni nyina de e de free ensem
ade ododu nti a ma emra anya adwuma hana
mini aba emra na ye adwuma ne sen enti na meka se jana ye layman krampo no yenim se obi di asem ko high court na se high court no e ma no ruling na so nipa no ete ne ho ase na se wan follow asem bi ndia fine then the ruling must be what effected na so when the nipa no ante ne ho ase or the asem akodan appeals court it asem no appeals court no e asem twentwen so kakra mu ti the appeals court no so be dey e beka asem no na mo be mo dey motu moreover I court crampo man 30 days 30 days na how many days ni yendu ba bia masha times en conquer de en conquer to abafoforo you see that is what I'm saying say election commission or to is here no when we say asem e ya ba be den aba beto no enti o say oya ade a ebe so NDC fo ani na so omampani nani say de be ya petition na e dey akwa omampani krampo no obeba to agu ba bi na watumi adi the post no as EC chair enti na ma otu sa na ma we no say nya no aka minyini say sa de wa ya na akobeye enti Ghana fo yina e hwe de ekoso no Ghana fo yina so e sua de afrim na minim say de NDC fo ye no sesia no abai bi so beba ye bi be obi and that is not how we build a country yes na e chichi o man this is politics no about etwamo ya here politics na wie ya ma institutions no de enya madwuma ene this am no kasei say institution bi betu na mo bia just ofre obi wa ban mu ansa just say ya render all our institutions toothless institution bi o Ghana bia no entumi invite obi entumi ya hwe wo betu na mo bia just ofre NDC penny asem we ya dey aba no yen there because the plan him say one friend is penny and gin again kira otu na mo bia be there ye be fire no say am fire so a wo western offer na am out transfer let wa akwato wa obi asure transfer obi asure say obekere na adwuma and everybody is protecting his or her job and say we see the boss now me na akwa pay dua bia mo na ya say akwa saman and I say all the police station wo kwa yanka bi ma
wo say dey
Unya banaza nke anti. Mesi na me no kasei. Se ndi isi ni be boss mu. Na akwa pe dua bi akwa wa money dua. Na ya nyi so be court, ana be police station a. Wo bua to adwim.
Papa ko ana won kwa sorry.
Asa me kai e bi atumi o.
Donato share with us. Donato.
January 1st. Ye tu abawie. Na DC for be me ensa bi ba me fie da bro mo videos ni na ametu ya ma menu de na to screen zo ma ama ahefo ina ahwe na DC for ba bro me passa wo me fie passa
say why wo mo dai
say menu aba only say politics here ye mo aye de MPP na so ya pampam aye ton no da bia ye ho otan che say o party na ide na aba mo anwene na so mbe gina ye fie etoto knockout ye dede ofio biko akoka na muti o mo bro me passa 1st January 2025 and I'm there asem call down police for Miria na e ho asem de bebre na da 1 week na me call police station o e go catch CID na asem no na insem say I me de say my report to asem no officially na maje medical forms ama doctor assign mentari e bro metete yina ye exhibit e wo police ni ho CID na won ho maka chere say it will take 20 years. I will still contest that case in court. And many CID no na betwe saman so no. Ogo fani am this intime ko ya ma abro me kwa an kan sam we up to date. CID we carry o three say cobra me dey asem kokko. Me twa kan police station several times.
Anya me fa banya me. Why?
Anya na time ka say the CID ti ha no. Say this ni ye wade a. Aya ti ko boni dua. Enfan ko police station, enfan ko court. Na sama amati in dem assembly, I don't say court, take this decision. I don't hear. And also court, take this decision. Because you see how we are head of institution here. If you don't do the bidding of the NDC, either you'll be transferred to what? And now say,
what is so special about why you keep mentioning why?
I say one day, and then say, Adu Hari say galamsey western of Edana kuma so. I say Adu Hari ofi nyame adiso akonto me. Enshi Adu Hari mama ne papa ni nyam sanom. Galamsey ase no. Adu Hari ko kan ya o say o te radio so e boy NDC for chi NDC for galamsey. Enti sadi a o ya adwuma na office water no so. Ono so fi so na da bi o ko tua 2 cedis. Enti sadi a ye ne be ko wa na ko tua 400 cedis in and out 800 cedis. This is the country NDC is running at the moment.
Papa kuma say and now to establish mama and now I say hey I was media and you pass a mood obi modia sa na so call Saturday here yeah
nim go for cry say o ma sha say o mo yare krom papa cho ye be mo dey see a we go police station go see we
ade wa mo biara
e mo bi adua na o dey say nya wi na o be hu say yes ye mo bi adua dey
papa kuma say mama na wase na maria do dey be ban enye punchomre ena eguso ede brefi sabre kopem say no num ebebodo ede ye ne moa ena edi eye juma no 2024 ye koto aba na se ne ye koto aba ensem de ye kan bi pa na yo video ba ko bi e wa ha ye enkonko tie ni emusi ho se sa ena TCC ana you have the video of a NASA communication officer of the NDC honorable Samejan Fiengutira
yeah the idea be by friend of time of use tariff emra wo be use Kenya na be kire boa obi enti ye teto so aba no ye think Kenya bo so yeah the idea be by friend of time of use tariff emra wo be use Kenya na be kire boa obi tua it wo use Kenya no emra ni padodo use Kenya na ye friend peak hours a wo be tua mo ebi enokra na be me ye sika
okay
na wo use Kenya no off peak hours emra nipa da nipa kakra bi use Kenya na ni atebo no so ama
you know the for be night adwuma nko
there be because the meter na be use for time of use no calibrated to run 24 hours
lawyer
enti say enye adwuma anopa na anadwo nko na wo use it will cut you out you won't benefit from that it will be calibrated say for peak hours 6 a.m. to say 9 p.m. charge obi use Kenya 1 kilowatt hour of power charging 1 cedi. But if it 10 p.m. you go see how much 5 charging 50 pesos.
There meters no you be calibrate ama bibia aye kama kwesa yebusa no ene se ye ka say enyina nkane abo no meters no ya calibrate ama wo de no aba fam anase ema fam ye to about what are some other promises are abai no ekaye a wo ni se untimi em for failure of Azak
yo me da say na okay last week na me ka assembly how I say yen twantro pa na yen fan win elections NDC omoya ade was ade no ho pa say ye be twantro ama Ghana for agiadi ato aba ama omode ende omoya ade but say ombe implement sa promises a omo kan say ombe promise ni de na wo hwe in fact ahodi anase gidi a odi kan sa asem we a uti babi a obeji adi
so
omo the propaganda un say omo yi sa propaganda secretariat na free omo elections you know omo executive you know to say communications very good but now a propaganda secretary the same work na omo ye no hwe say ye twantro na ene no kran ye pepepe dia omo ya ade wo ho say ye be calibrate meters na say a free najo echo payment time by omo ye meter bia hwe omo ye bibia anka omo ba betum over 9%. Omo two light beam over 9%. Omo two water beam over 15.96%. Enti the omo kan nyina say ye de ye ba we say ye be ye say in fact as for 24-hour economy there me say NDC promise back one say me we fi bibia mekai any 24-hour economy and no there in fact enye bibia nti na mekai eno no enyuma na omoto no sa yunu na ye me de pa sa 24-hour economy enyum no omo ede omo main campaign message across the country the musa ehun say up till now sa 24-hour economy no ewai His Excellency Nanado Dankwa Ekufado o kan say oba obeye free SHS no 2017 oba ya na ode sa first batch na omoko no e de start here omo na omo school mu okra no dada no otua omo exam fees e ma omo ntibusa wo say 24-hour economy na omo no ewan nurses for na omo e promise omo say ye ba omo amotifie nyina ye ba be postimu no ewan omo say even by close of next year kra enya dia omo betimi aposti omo nyina kakra bi na omo betimi aye dai aposi wɔn teacher for na wɔn ka kyerɛ wɔn sɛ yɛba licentiate exams yɛyi afiri hɔ na yɛma mo automatic posting bisa wɔn sɛ yɛposti wɔn teacher for no yɛposti wɔn anaa saa licentiate exams ana wɔn sɛ wɔn yi afiri hɔ nom bisa wɔn sɛ this year wɔn kyerɛ licentiate exams ana wɔn antwerɛ hwɛ me say saa nneɛma wei a wɔn ntumi ndi so no nyinaa ɛnti ɛna wɔn undermine state institutions no sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a wɔn esisa wɔn biara na wɔn ahu sɛ wei wokɔ this department a NDC ni na da so wokɔ this department a NDC ni na da so na wɔn de awin ne coming elections no deɛ ehia wɔn ano no na me say sɛ wɔn pɛ koraa wɔn fa aseedu nketea ɛmbɛyɛ EC chair 2028 elections wɔn mɛlusu hwɛ mi na wokae the parable of the rich fool ɛwɔ Bible mu na Yesu sɛ papa bi wɔ hɔ ɛyɛ sɛ wanya nneɛma bebree anaasɛ agyapadeɛ bebree a wɔsɛ ɔnyɛ adwuma biom na ne ɔbaa bɛgye n'ahome na wadidi amɛn ɛna ɛkɔ wie aseɛ nyame ɛyɛ dɛ ɛgye ne nkra ɛfiri ne nsam. That is what the NDC they are doing. Omo fi say yi Chief Justice free ho a yi EC chair free ho a yi IGP na ya ankasa ye de nkrofo ba ye be rest na ya ka say sisi ya the NDC for the next years na elections abeba nyina ye be win it, but they are wrong because when the people speak say Ghana for sorry na ye say ye mpemu biomu a omo pe omo nkosoro mra form omelusi elections hwe ye to aba ye kwa kotunu wo omo ese ye nkotunu kwandai ye to aba no polling station ho wie na ye kinkan aba no na polling station by polling station na wo no se walusu wo pe akosoro bra form walusu ontimi ye ho hwe enti NDC fo de omo edwen a omo eye sisi ya no said the papa kumase eka no the ebe undermine democracy no na abna papa kumase eka no because say me feel say we hear BBC say na me report ema police fo enko ba bia said omo de di papa kumase me de court enya ade a omo tie mi because court no my imagine that say omo be ba be call NDC afama me de court ekoye den me de police station ekoye den me share the bebua me na maye
ofaza abedase man hwe ahun so be ka akoka duabo no asem you talked about kasano we talked about propaganda secretary hon sensem na ene entro adumi bi ideji to me yakoyen archives mu sisi akoyi former propaganda secretary edema NDC amani kono panyini fifi kwete abrana oko as deputy agri minister also ne vet na se sata mo kai se yese omampira da akofo ene oba bi akwakowo ntafo ebepem ne oba no ntafo na yede ama ndoko pie vet na se ene omu busa no me ba cho yiwasum na tie die ono ankasa ekai se na be next time bi no obi kasem bi atrewa obetie no ba ko mienu yewi amenko papa maze so emsa ma just video already adama odo be man enko ye de madaroma there's
no defense since then I mean it's no defense since then have you had any evidence that indeed the MPP administration has sold the gold reserves?
Mr. Chairman, in all fairness, I mean, it was not long after that when it was obvious that the story was not true. And I was one of those people who clearly spoke to it because there was no basis at all to the story.
Did you use the same medium to publish that what you put out there boldly was incorrect?
Did I use the same medium to say so?
Yes.
I used even a greater medium, which was my voice, which traveled much further than even the paper traveled.
The chairman, this is laughable. This indeed is.
Okase omampenda da akoto hotel bi. Eni busa no so panyini na o evidence no. Emperor se techema mpro nti na wo ye politics a hweniye. way back you timamenko Papa Kumasi ye share promise abayi kai otim ewini ye abana so watimi achieve bebrebe emu de hene na wogidi se watimi achieve
mini aba ohwe NDC ekwan a omugana fo edi nam sisi a akwakwe ajana wa ajana tu aban no kese obeka asemu ya kirew se odi tu minima no wi a na wa ya de foforo in fact over 2024 general elections na ye kona NDC for share Ghana for papa na da bia be ka say before say Ghana for ebeto aba e di amount you say no more sign e bi social contract and no be na NDC for any Ghana for dey ye they made a lot of promises and over omo promises amode ma Ghana for no so a na ene emabunu no efapa etiama emabunu nyina ebe fole for NDC na yehwe NDC ebe di akoya no wiye no yehwe de asisi omo promises no emu die he ona mo tumi dey achieve
betting tax oyefrio
fine ana die biem so we betting tax e di fi ho na say o dey omo say dey d levy e di bar na e dey na na waye betting tax mpa do say na itwa bet me say me fu ekita mi sa man bet say dey no meaning say dey see no say a text message say dey meaning but d levy no me Papa Kumasi me chebi me chebi and there was some tax bia NPP aban no cry the beto no no be so na one person omudi care the youth from going near certain what behaviors sa betting tax no na eyade bia na emma bet no cry enye mabun na den akono but NDC be am say no chacha dey say o ya brantie na so so a o ye adwuma ko bo chacha ana mo yi sa eto na den e bi free so a emma ene mabun nyina etu egu sa man bet no so etimi bi say o se o pese o mabun adwuma man bet ni adwuma na mayana adwuma ye sustainable
ene ma mema o sa adwuma libi adwuma e sustainable na mede ma o ene anwumre no eye se obekwa akosua enkunwa anase empa eye na hwan ene betimi atrewo amwo hunu ni yi eye adwuma ko ba akopɛ ayefre no Afritech Y&A Industries Limited wasi hotel why sorry ede na beton kunwa ayele egum wawo e so kosua adwuma so besu adwuma amwo hunu yi dia bebo brade a ye Afritech fo nkwa ne betima ye dia e dia ma wo enti bra wuto nkunwa no ne yesa nso kire o ma no nso nkunwa ene mpae ye wosuhum apietu ye ne global ne dia ne hwe Kumasi Asantema muso ye obo ho ye ne warehouse no na eben Fay L0243 159197 and I say 0266 515124 Afritech ye ne ebo Ghana mebru say ka adwuma ho asem adwuma de na obenya bia de aye na so nya adwuma ne ye na wonya sika se de na se usisi nya e ma ne be di usika on se kwa akodi weekend de ukudi na boys no o enko ka dwama ho asem nche na twumu ta dwama no be dai obebo nenso dodo na adabrijo no mobo e ma ne haw enunti na dwomo heba capsule se wo ho se wo ye sa haw no na confident ya na yesi wo koko ene ade na fe wo yimframa saa ma wade kura de egu kopa dwomo heba capsule sin bi ede eto na wonya top pe oti de on wo na wo kono ye sa so e wo dwomo heba mixture eno no de etu malaria fever se o ulcer typhoid fever waposo nyina aye ya ensu vita bi gumi ni aba a wompe wo ya brantie ensu vita bi egu a enye nsa na ono me no a da bi akwa de bi ade aye ho unya dwomo heba mixture be betimi aboa ye o fe yi ase ho so no ye clinic e wo ho a oba ye be boa wa age wato ama ho ade ato na mum se wo pedro ni bi ato de a kuma so be kokolinak ala se misty heba ni nyina awo muomo o takwa wa se bido fie ubenya bi sa so takwa de fonzo nko aa mensa ene emiamia akanyina fe 0244 043110 and that's 0201 672 578. Jomo Heba capsules, Ebemo Ajomo, Ansanso Ede, Ajomo Ye. Mamo Juma, and I will see in so Masanso Amau Edro. Yamefia name twa eye Jumedino eso. Pawak Masen was no Egua Semso of Azak. 30 seconds. What's me chato, Yanko? Mamma Papa.
You, Medasi. The American say the NDC for a year, MPP for the course of Parliament in Nano. Ye Yabeba Power 2028. Now, you call two abanso a flag bearer aspirant new Baku, am I dear Nimoa? Yen shed the obetimia Kaya boom. The one him dear Obren Huase. NDC for 1 pese ye be you no. Sanipano and I be kwako yinu. Na edina dear nim into 2028 elections.
Ovazak, Mamma, and was a Papa was a catro.
Media Babas chat de a year simple 2024 Ghana for to Aba MPP. MPP na year party a Ghana for pay. No mum yanka say MPP for no. Statistically, MPP for 2.1 million and trouble. It's like a yanka say a dear party a to Aba. I can win. No mum na see a didija. Abufuo nketenkete we aton slot na ma ye yanka say yanka nkoto aba. Nti ye sere Ghana for mum fa nche yen. Se nne electricity buo akosoro abra NDC abra na mo petumi no omo ka kire yen se on bete buo no so omo fa nche yen na mo 2028 ye guso ene party for e kasa mi say it's every Wednesday bia me wo nko nketu a me kokosra party for won on bufu ye no omo den e kasa 2028 MPP e sign ababa mu biom me ni aba me for ma me fa nche ama sister course or bra Charles Drastor ho or shame amencha pa na menchia me PA Japan Motors and also Black Charles Drastor na menchia digital accountant and also Black Charles Drastor
Papa Kwase na so menchia na yem fag media ni nyina isia as a PSN command senior man and next to the general manager Nyansabo akwa otwido koninti na videos no na nyina no monsa de ekae na me na of Azak ene Papa Kwase so as a producer no eye ohema sara nyame adma o tena Biomo teacher car on the set and no ebesia area. Erada sum de nka mo nyina.